Hi everybody, it's Julie. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I took this plaque and made it a beautiful page for my journal, along with a whole bunch more other papers, all different colors, all different fun things on them. I've got some avocado dyed over here in the bottom. Yeah, and I've got the fingers to prove it. Yeah, so let's get right to it. To start off, we're going to want to protect our surface that we're going to be putting our paper on. And I am going to collect my items that I'm going to need. I have my pot. I have the avocados that were in the refrigerator, some others that I had. I'm going to cut them up and clean them out best I can, put them in a pot and bring it to boil. This is the skins and the pits. Then I'm going to strain the water, getting all the grungy little stuff out of there. And this is what we have left. I'm going to put my steaming water into a 9x13 pan, and those are bubbles floating around in there. It's not the gunky stuff, but that is my avocado water, and I'm going to let it well, I don't let it cool. I'm going to use a spatula. I'm going to put my start putting my papers in, and the hot water helps to break the paper. It also, I have found, gives me a darker paper, which you're especially going to see with the onion skins. So I'm going to do this with several papers. This is just copy paper. Now the interesting thing is the chemical makeup of your paper may change the color of your prints that you're making. And so be prepared for that. You could end up with several different colors of paper using the same dye, the same vegetable or fruit or whatever an avocado is. So, yeah, so these were older avocados. I really, I didn't get the creamy pink that I get usually when I have done them. And I had several varieties of avocados in my little stash of avocados that I've been saving. So we're going to let this sit, the papers sit for 15 to 30 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and start on the onion skins. So I have a separate little pot for them, and I've been saving the onion skins, and so I put them in the pot. I filled it up with water, and then I mashed it down with the spatula. I brought it to a boil and let it boil for a few minutes, and then I let it simmer for about 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. Look at that color. I've already added my paper in to this one, but here you're going to see, we'll go ahead and I guess I'm using a spoon at this time. And look at that beautiful yellow that my onion skins had the very first batch. So absolutely beautiful. And so I let them stay in the water while I went and did some other things. Again, 15 to 20 minutes. Keep checking your paper. Today, my avocado dyed papers, I left them in the water a lot longer. So the first thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorites, and that is the charger plate that I got at Michael's. I last year was able to get white ones. There's Midnight. She's becoming a mascot of these videos, I guess. So I have one of the placemats. So you see I put down 2 of the papers, and now I'm pressing down the placemat, and I only have one hand to use. So I'll go back after this and I'll press it down again with both hands, rubbing it across the paper. You want to make sure that you have the bubbly side up on these plastic placemats and things. If they have a raised image or something, you want it to be on the top. You want the flat side to be down because you want that paper to hug it as close as it can. Here is our plaque. And so I have my paper ready. Look at that gorgeous yellow. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to put it on, pat it down, and figure out where I want it. And now I'm going to go ahead, and I have this little sponge. It came off of the top of the bottle brush. It was the only little sponge that I had that was going to be give me enough, be deep enough. So I want it to be wet but not soaking. I don't know why I pulled it out soaking. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press in as I'm dabbing. So I'm actually pressing pretty good here. And to get all of the color, or not the color, but the texture of these flowers in the plaque. So where would I get a plaque like this? Well, I had this one because I love what it says. And I love the plaque. But watching at like yard sales and thrift stores and things like that, and finding a plaque that might have something that you like. I don't always do the words on this. As a matter of fact, the first times that I did this one, I didn't do the words at all. And so today I'm doing the words on this bright yellow one, but then I'm going to make a whole bunch of half-size papers. They're the papers that I end up with when I print my what are they called? When I print shipping labels. I have a hard time. I have to print my labels one at a time, and I end up with the other half of the paper. So I had a whole stack of them, and I went ahead and did those without the words, and I did them a little bit lighter yellow. But you see, I'm pushing down and going into each letter of the word that I want to show. And then I'll pick it up just to make sure, because there's been a couple times that I've done it and missed a whole letter. So here it is, and I take it off the plaque and I lay it onto the protected table. You'll see here I have some other papers that I've just laid out, and they are ready for the placemat. So I have my first placemat, and I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to push it, and you'll see I've got just one hand, so I'm going around it, but I'll come back and I will push it down so it literally kind of sticks to the paper. And it's pretty amazing that a lot of these little holes and everything show up, especially when you see me do this with the ones that I actually put outside. You'll see those later. So on the table, I've got the charger plate. Oh, and I have my fan on. Okay, so that is going to help to dry the papers here in the kitchen. You can see that one on the charger plate is already drying and curled up. And so that's how I have my first batch. So here I'm finally using the placemats that I bought last Christmas. And there's 4 of them here. They're pretty thick. They're a nice thickness. And I thought that they would be really fun to try. So we're going to go ahead, and I did them. I water embossed on the top, and I also put some on top of papers because I wanted to try it both ways. You guys, these ones that I put the paper on top of them, they are beautiful. They look and feel like wallpaper. So again, I'm starting out patting down like fast. No, you shouldn't do that. Go slow and deliberate like this, like that. Okay? And go in, don't do that. Don't do that. Go into each piece. You'll get it done much faster, Julie, if you just go around into each piece, and you can see, oh my gosh, you see those crevices and the curlies and the curves and everything, and this turns out beautiful. Now remember, this is copy paper, and it is so fragile at this point, but after it dries, it takes on a whole different feel. It does oh, it's amazing. So here's the charger plate. Look how pretty. I only did the two. I did the big one and the little one. That was the only charger plates I did. I only did the one plaque with the letters this time. You guys can't see how bright that yellow it is. It is so bright. It is like a lemon. Yeah, it's like a lemon. So there's the pages I have. And do you see all those different colors? They're all different copy papers from different times that I had different kinds of copy paper. They're all the same dye. They're all onion skin. So that gives you a look at the onion skin. And then as it gets cool, I go ahead and I also have my paper towel there that I'm using to mop up. There you go. That is what they look like finished. They are so beautiful. And we'll take a peek underneath the placemat and look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this is another placemat or a table runner. Yeah. Look, you can see how yellow that one is. That's how yellow that plaque one turned out. So, as well as those, the charger plates. So, yeah, so I have quite a collection of the plastic. Try your independently owned dollar stores. That's where I've found the majority of mine. I used to be able to find them at like Walmart and stuff like that. These silver ones, I got those at Home Goods. And I also got some that have Christmas ornaments. And then I just got the beautiful Easter eggs, which you're going to see here at the end. And here's a look at another setup using the table runner, another table runner, and placemats on more of the onion skin dyed paper. And here's a look at how I had it set up outside. I ended up putting the paper directly onto my folding tables, and I did a patchwork style with the placemats and the table runners, covering as many of the papers with the lace as I could. This worked so good. I would totally recommend doing it outside if you can. It dried, everything was more vibrant. The look of the lace was so much better. Just very, very pleased. And bonus, the plastic lace holds down the paper. Well, this was an all-day ordeal. I was doing other things too. And I ended up, as you saw in the video, I ended up taking things out and putting them on 2 tables outside. And that worked really, really well. So let me show you what we ended up with. I've got all of this, okay? All of that in there. This is all onion dyed right here. And this is the avocado dyed. Now my avocados, like I said in the video, were older and some had been frozen. And so my color is not super dark. And it actually had, oh, those are kind of a brown tint to it. Those are onion. It's really something because some of my onion dyed paper is pink, which I've had happen before. It has to do with the type of paper, usually. This was my last batch, and so it had avocado dyed paper on the table. The other thing is you saw in the beginning I was using a tablecloth, and I ended up liking the process and the result better directly on the table. so let's take a look at what we've got. First, you saw the very first amazing bright yellow page. Absolutely beautiful. And this one I did the water embossing. Of course, I used the onion skin dye, and I went ahead and went into my plaque. Okay, so this is my plaque. You've seen me use it before. And so I went into it. I only did one with the words because I didn't want to take too much time. So I have one beautiful yellow that I'll be able to use. Then I have several that are just the flowers and the butterflies, and these will be in the Emerald Patreon kits in their March kits. So but you can see these are the order that they were done in, basically, but this was a different type of paper, so the onion skin takes on a pink tone with that particular paper. So yeah, so these are all the flowers and the butterfly, and they came out a variety of colors, all onion skin. It just depended on which copy paper I was using. So yeah, and I did leave them in the water and it was hot water. It was boiling when I took it off the thing, and that gave me the great bright color. Okay, so that is that water embossing on the plaque. I did one of the water embossing on the charger plate just to show you in the video. Actually, I think there's two. I think there's a small one in here somewhere as well. But I'll have that to be able to go in the same, probably in the same journal as, oh yeah, here's the other, here's the small one. Okay, so the small one ended up dark, but it had other color because of the way that it puddled. So that is another thing that can happen. Look at that, 3 different colors, and these were the first 3 papers that I did. So that's that. This is where I water embossed on top of that thick placemat. Look how beautiful that is. So you can do a full page where you might not be able to put it in an embossing folder unless you have like a 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12 embossing folder. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? And you remember, you can come in and distress ink over the top and get, you know, pick up on the highlights or the shadows or whatever. So I have that. And then this was where I put the placemat on top of the papers. This one turned out really cool. And it had some kind of reaction to where you ended up with yellow and pink on the papers. And this was one of the ones that kind of, they have like a shimmery look to them too. Some of the papers from the onion skins. My papers were not shimmery papers. Okay, so now we're into putting the placemats over the top. And these ones were the ones done indoors. And because the paper was so light, or so dark, excuse me, they didn't take super, super well, but they are gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Then when we get a little bit lighter, you can see it a little bit better. This is one of the placemats. So I have, it's the placemat that does this. So I have placemats and I have, oh, what are they? The placemats and table runners that are the plastic. So this one is also got a shimmer to it. Just a little bit of a shimmer. So have any of you had that happen with your onion onion skin. So this is my other other placemat. Okay, so it's got flower circle in the middle. We've got lace going around the edge. Now this is onion skin, I believe. Or this might, you know what? This might be the first avocado dyed that didn't turn out as dark, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm not positive. I'm thinking it's onion skin, but it... Okay, wait a minute. No, it's... Well... So this is one of the puzzle piece ones. So you've got a variety of lace on that page, like you saw at the end. So you see you've got this piece here and this piece here. And I just laid down my papers, and then I laid down the things on top of them. This lace, this is the lace like the Emeralds got a couple months ago. They got plastic lace. Last year in January, they got a plastic placemat. So, okay, this one's grungy. So it had all the grungy left over from the... That's going to make a great background page. And this one was grungy with lace. This was the bottom of the thing, the last two sheets of paper in the thing, and they picked up the grunge. That's okay. Then here we are getting in the lighter onion skin, because after I did one set, I went ahead and put the onion skins back in the pot, and I boiled them again, and that gave me a whole nother set. So and right now I have the avocados are back with a few more avocado skins that I had. And I'm seeing if I can get another set. See, look at that. It looks tea dyed, but it's onion skins. So these are upside down. Okay, we'll go to here. So here you got that great pattern. You've seen I've done this this pattern with the coffee dyeing. This was the line on the table. So other things will come through. And you're using I was using natural products, so there is there's a different feel. That's the other thing about dyeing your papers. It gives your copy paper, look how pretty that is. So this has got two different lace edges on it. Gives your coffee dyeing a whole nother, or your dyeing gives your paper a stronger feel. I love that. I love that page. I mean, these are gonna, and look at, even the other side has a little bit of it coming through. Okay, I did some more of the half. Oh, these were my test pages. So I put these literally in the pot to see if my pink paper was turning pink at all. And then these ones went in the onion. No, these ones got lace. Sorry, these ones got lace. Okay, the upside down again. This one just hardly shows anything, but it's got shimmer. It's a trip. It's like I put shimmer in. You guys, it was a pot. It was not, it's never had shimmer in it. Okay. Weird. So these ones are really, really faint. Like you can hardly see them. These are the ones I did inside the house. So next time I'll just wait until it's sunlight and I'll do them outside, because the outside ones are quite a difference. But these faint ones are really, they're really pretty because it's still there. It's just you can hardly see it. This right here is the embossed, the silver one. There's the silver one. So those are, I think those are with it on top of it. But look at how great. And I was getting impatient. So yeah, so this one I didn't press down hard enough on it. You can see it, but I didn't press down hard enough. So these are more of the onion skin. Yeah, it's like there is glitter in there. I'm gonna have to go look at my onion skins. Unless maybe my placemats. Maybe my placemats, because there are gold, but this one is not a, is that a gold placemat? Nope, that's a white placemat. So okay, so such a variety. And that looks like it's just a page. I did have a couple where I didn't have any more things left to use. Look at that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I might have to do some more of these. These look like wallpaper. So those are those big silver placemats. And then this is the line on the table. Oh, look at that side. Oh, wow. These are peach. They're not even, I mean, they're not pink. They are peach. Look at this one. It's got nothing over here, and then this took. Oh, beautiful. That page is beautiful. That page is beautiful. So this is 2 pieces. No, it's not. This is the long white or the long green one. So you've got the beautiful edge on it, and this is what's in the center. And these even show up. I didn't know if those were going to show up or not. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful. Peach. And it takes a long time for me to use all these. I will use them in kits, probably even in ephemera kits for the Emerald Patreons. Maybe like May or something. I don't know. Okay, so that is, I believe those, well, I know these ones are onion skin. And then these are the avocado. And I have less because I had to let I had to let them simmer to get the pink color, because they were not pink. They were not coming out pink, but that is really pretty. So this is the line of the table, and you've got some lace, and you've got this, and it's grungy. Isn't that beautiful? Well, I know some of you will think it's really beautiful because you really like grunge. Look at that lace. So pretty. Let's see how far down. We'll try here. These ones are damp. So these came off the last batch. It was just getting dark, and I pulled these off. Grungy grunge. Grungy grunge grunge. Look at that. Oh, peach grunge. That's what we got here. Page grunge. Ooh. Ooh, ah. Okay, so this is dyeing with an image, and we used I used tablecloth, table runner, and placemats. So here I've got a couple of the pink pieces, and then just a plain pink piece. I think I want these on the top. I don't want them to smush. Okay. Then I had some of these lined papers that I have out there, and I was like, well, I wonder if they'll do something different, because the paper was different, and they took the paper better. They took the ink, the color from the onions better. So that's what you get on one side, and this is what you're getting on the other side of this one. So, just amazing. Look at that. I love that. Ooh. Ah. This one's got some wrinkles in it, and it got smushed up here. Sometimes when your paper comes undone, you can put your paper back and it will heal. Sometimes. That one's a nice one. You got lacy look on both sides. Oh, look at, here's the piece from one of the pages. So cool. So yes, I did this all day. I could only do about 20 pages at a time. So as you saw in the video, I went ahead and I started with the onion skins because they were ready. Oh, here's my Easter egg stencils. Aren't those fun? So I've got peach Easter egg stenciling. They were a table runner, and I've cut it up, and I have that for the emeralds in March. So that will be part of their March kit. They will get the actual egg doily makers. I think it's a set of 3, and some of them are in lines and some of them are a bunch, because that's the way I had to cut them. So yeah, so I've already been collecting I already have stuff for their April kits, stuff for their May kits, and stuff for their June kits already. So yeah, so that's my papers. So we had our pink and our peach avocado dyed pages. We had our pink tea colored, really super light, and we had the yellow and the really deep or bright yellow also. So oh my gosh, so yellow, we had yellow from the onion skin. We have a really pale yellowish going into the tan or beige. Then we've got beige. We've got super light beige. Those kind of, but I had 2 different groups of onion skin dye. Okay, so I had this one that started out with the really brights, then they went down to this yellow, and then they went to this yellow, okay? So this was all from the first pot. And then the second pot was this, and then it went down from there. Yeah, but remember, this went on the table after the avocado died. So it picked up some of the avocado dye off of the table, I think is what happened there. Because the back is definitely not avocado dyed. Okay? That's how I'm figuring that. That is definitely onion skin. But here it looks really close. So it is onion skin. And it might even been the last of, no, it was the first of this. So, yeah, there you go. So many, so much. Oh my gosh. What was your favorite? Was there something that you saw in this video today that you'd never seen before? Is there something that you're looking forward to trying? And I hope you enjoyed that. So, yes, so I showed you how to water emboss. Using the sponge really helps. Pressing down, but paying attention to the tension of your paper. So like when I was going around the butterfly, I had to be very careful because the butterfly around it, there is a lot of space and it could rip. Okay? But by doing a little bit at a time, it just kind of pulls the fibers of the paper apart. So, and then using the sponge to get down into the holes to be able to get the words, that was really cool. But I think it's going to be fun for our emeralds to have this with what we'll be working with in from their March kits. We'll be working with them at the end of March and April. And I'm really excited. I am like so excited about what they're getting for February, what they're getting for March, what they're getting for April and May is all so darn cool. And they're pretty, I know that the February kit is pretty hefty. It's a pretty full kit, so that's pretty exciting. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget we're here every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, and we do the premiere. So there's a live chat for the community to be able to get together and talk, ask questions, and check in. And we've been doing that since we've been home, safer at home. And for now, we're going to keep on doing it. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.